Hey, what's going on to all of my Capricorns? Let's get into it here. I also want to go ahead and say while I shuffle up these cards, I took down my shorts. Um Not like that, but you know what I mean. I took down my latest shorts because people weren't watching it, plain and simple. But let's get into it. I'm not even gonna lie to you. So we have the Star, Two of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles, the Emperor, Five of Pentacles, the King of Swords, Two of Swords, the Page of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Five of Wands. So this is for Capricorn, right? No major arcana that represents Capricorn, but you did get the Star card, which is ruled by Aquarius. Aquarius and Capricorn are ruled by Saturn. So same rulership anyway. But you have the Star, Two of Pentacles, and the Nine of Pentacles. So a lot of you Capricorns are still trying to see what else is out here. Congrats to y'all. You know, excuse me. Much respect to you. You know, a lot of you Capricorns really are serious about meeting the right ones for you, and I applaud that. Right, I respect that. The Two of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles represent you. You know what you want. A lot of you Capricorns know exactly what it is that you want, and what you want is to be in a strong, functional relationship where the two of you can actually be in love, create a family, raise a family, or become a family. Okay, because Capricorn wants a family. Now, Capricorn is not necessarily going to say that usually, but Capricorn wants a family. Because remember, the opposite sign of Capricorn is Cancer crabs. Cancer rules over the family. So the Nine of Pentacles is about, but for you, the Nine of Pentacles, it has to be correct. The finances has to be on point, and you actually have to be in love with the person, okay? Because Capricorn is a zodiac sign that, depending on the situation, they will use the person if they have to, okay? Now, a lot of you Capricorns may not necessarily like for me to say that, but y'all already know I talk about the zodiac signs and how they think and the way that they move. So I'm just saying it is what it is. Don't get mad at me. This is just the mentality and the psychological makeup that Capricorn has. Don't trip. It is what it is. Right? I will call out Virgos and say that Virgos are full of it in a hot second. It is what it is. So the things that the Emperor represents, um, I will say this though, the Emperor and the Five of Pentacles, a lot of you Capricorns are starting to see some very good um, potential long-term partners. Uh, very, very enticing, attractive. It's just that as of right now, a lot of you Capricorns have to really get to know these people longer to see if they really are who they are appearing to be, or who they say they are. Because I'm seeing how, again, the Emperor, the Five of Pentacles, you like what it is that you're seeing. You like whom you're seeing. You like the fact that this person has strong boundaries, decency, um, you know, and that they're not really penny pinching. They're not leading with their wallet, but they're not penny pinching either, right? They're not messed up or in a messed up financial disposition. Um, the King of Swords now represents how a lot of you Capricorns are taking this situation seriously, thinking about if this is something, if the type of people that you're starting to meet are really high caliber, or if they're just faking it. And the King of Swords is that, are you actually in love with this person, or is it that you will be in love with somebody else, but this person just is financially stable, but you can't really be with them no matter what, because they're just financially stable. And even though that is enticing to you, because financial stability is enticing to almost everybody, right? unless you live in the bush or something like this, where there's no need for cash the way that we use it. It's enticing to everybody. But I'm just seeing how a lot of you Capricorns are thinking very, very intensely about this, right? The Two of Swords, thinking about your own internal boundaries, thinking about, if thinking about the cost, thinking about if you can afford to get with someone that if it is true they do have some sort of financial stability, some sort of powerful financial stability, if the cost of it is good. And what I mean when I say the cost of it is it going to require you to sell your soul? Is it going to require you to just be quiet and date somebody who is disrespectful and oppressive, you know what I mean? And doesn't necessarily have your best interest in mind per se, but you'll put up with it just because they have money. And I'm just seeing how the King of Swords, Two of Swords, I'm not saying that this is what is going on. I'm saying these are all of the things that a lot of you Capricorns are thinking about. You're thinking about um if these types of people are really just, right, and fair, or are they the type of people whom you're meeting, right? Because you're still in the process of finding that particular one person out of a group of potential several. I'm not going to say a lot. I'll say several. But the things that the Two of Swords is all about, kind of your worries, and then the things that you have the Page of Wands. Now the Page of Wands is that a lot of you Capricorns are ready to meet these types of people, right? But if they're not up to par or the way that you like, I'm just seeing how a lot of you Capricorns will decide to leave them because you don't want to have to sell your soul, right? You don't want to have to sit there and be unhappy being in a relationship with somebody that, in all intents and purposes, may be financially more than financially stable, just to put it humbly. But you Capricorns are not going to sacrifice that, right? Not now, anyway. Maybe Capricorn may have done that 2, 3 years ago, played the game, but um, a lot of you Capricorns are starting to evolve. I'm seeing a lot of you Capricorns starting to evolve, starting to understand that you're starting to understand that no matter how much money a person makes, it's not necessarily worth it, right? Because Capricorn is the zodiac sign, along with Libra, along with Virgo, is the zodiac sign of the social climber. So Cancer is the zodiac signs of the social climber. So a Capricorn can be in love with somebody else on the outside of their marriage, while at the same time still being married to somebody. So can Virgo. You understand? So can Cancer crabs. So can Libra. So a lot of you Capricorns have been evolving. So a lot of you understand that even if you get someone who is loaded, you still wouldn't go with that. A lot of you Capricorns have been growing from this and understand, yeah, I'm still not doing that. You're going to maintain your decency, which is good because at the end of the day, it's not worth it. It never really is, right? To sell out. And that's why you need to keep your decency, because you selling out is supposed to be temptation. It's supposed to be something that you want, but it'll never actually turn out to actually have substance the way you want it to be. Not like taking the more difficult route. So it's better for you to be with someone that you can build your finances with, because that is possible. You can most definitely have as many finances or assets that you possibly can with a person that didn't necessarily start out loaded. That is most definitely possible, right? But someone who has already lost themselves and caught up in the money and the lifestyle and stuff like this, and they're entitled and exploitative, they're too far gone. you know, and a lot of you Capricorns don't want to be that, right? So the things that the Knight of Pentacles and the Five of Wands are about, some of these people will, they're not, some of them will not necessarily be rich. I'll say that, but they will be, they will be secure. You know, they will most definitely be secure. And the things that the Five of Wands is that, while of course some of them will be on some BS, but so far what I'm seeing here is that you do tend to like one person out of the others. So yeah, you do like one person out of the others, of the total group of people that a lot of you Capricorns are meeting, and you're getting to know them so far. So you don't necessarily know where this is going to go. You don't know where it's going to go, but you Capricorns are willing to give it a try. Right now, let's clarify the Knight of Pentacles. You have the Three of Wands, the Strength, the Four of Wands, and the Queen of Swords. So the Three of Wands represent how, since this is the case, you this is a person who worked hard to get to where it is. Okay, that's cool. This is a person who worked hard to get to where it is that they are now, where they're financially successful. Again, they're not rich, but they are secure. And but they, I will say this though, they're proud of that, and they have to watch out for that though, because I'm seeing that these are people who may have gotten played in the past, for people who've tried, regardless of whoever it is, right? You can get played no matter who you are. We all get played at one point or time in our life, including myself. We all get played, right? That's neither here nor there. But the problem is that I'm seeing that this person has gone through some situations, Capricorn, where they've been, because they put themselves out there and they wear it on their sleeve. They've been duped before, played before by individuals who've been essentially wasting their time because they wanted to come in, and it was a money grab for those people, and those people were so passionate about the relationship. Maybe even that they gave it to them. Maybe they even snuck off like a thief in the night behind this person's back, just went, looked around, looked for some jewelry or some cash laying around, ended up leaving. And then they found out because they saw some money missing or a piece of jewelry missing. They're like, what is this? And then you have the Four of Wands, and then you have the Queen of Swords, okay? And then the things that the Four of Wands and the Queen of Swords represents, this being a situation for you where you also have to take into consideration that this person does put, this person is saying that they want to get to know you. I'm not even going to go ahead with the whole family thing because that's a little bit too much. But the things that the Queen of Swords represents, this is also a person who may be kind of on the alert to kind of tell people off because they've been duped and played so many times. So for you Capricorns, this is a person who isn't too big of a challenge for you, but it might be a person who is a little bit of a challenge. And the reason why I'm saying that in the first place is because um, they've been played, so they're cautious. They're still willing to date, they're still willing to date. They're still willing to get to know people and give them a fair shake, but they may be a little bit jittery and skittish, both of those things, about not getting played. They haven't necessarily learned yet that that's just kind of a part of life. And as long as they don't lose their life, they're good, right? Because you can always replace depending on what type of financial situation you have, you can replace the jewelry, you can replace the cash if you know what you're doing, but you can't necessarily really replace a life. And we all know that. So, they're just very kind of, jittery and jumpy. They're very neurotic. because they're like investigating everything, right? So just know, Capricorn, if you're gonna hang out with these people, the catch is that they're very attentive, perhaps even over precautious of when someone may or may not be playing games with them. So so we're gonna clarify the Two of Swords. Okay, we're gonna clarify the Two of Swords, which is your own intentions. Okay, the King of Swords, the Hermit, Two of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles. So you're very aware of what's going on yourself. You know, you're no slouch. And you have the Hermit, which is you're kind of, how do I say this? You're wary also about getting hurt, but you're still willing to give these people a try to get to know them. Even though you just kind of want to be by yourselves and sit on the couch and throw a blanket over you and just watch movies and eat Chinese food. You know what I mean? In the dark, in a room of AC or air condition. I know them days. I've been there. And then you have the Two of Pentacles, which is, but you're here out on this date and you're willing to give people a try. You're willing to get to know people and you're being honest, right? You're dating multiple people at one time. You're not necessarily doing anything with them on a first or second date, but by that time you're spending some hours with them. You're not spending an hour, because an hour is not going to cut it. You at least need to spend on a date. You at least need to spend at least 3 hours with that person, at least three, because an hour is not going to do anything, right? Meet up, decide where it is that you want to go, or maybe they meet you right in front of the place, or whatever the case may be. Y'all go ahead, y'all get something to eat. That alone in itself, to wait for the long lines, order, sit down, eat, speak to each other, get to know each other, that in on itself, let it digest a little bit, just a little bit, as you're getting to know each other. That's going to take at least an hour. Then to go to a second location, whether it's their home, if that's what it is that y'all are into, but a different location where y'all want to go do something else. Remember, the main point of it is to get to know them. Okay, it's not the food. All right. And if they're making it about the food, that's a huge red flag, and it's time for you to get right out of there. Pay and then get right out of there, right out of there. If they're being super disrespectful, where they're not even listening to anything that you have to say, they're not listening to you, they're just so into the food. Ooh, they're examining it. Ooh, the food. Yeah, it's time for you to bounce. You don't even have to pay at that point. Just get up and be like, yo, I'm out, and just leave and let them pay for it because they're being that dysfunctional. But then you have the Ten of Pentacles, right? Then the Ten of Pentacles represents this being a situation for you where, remember, what you want is reciprocity, okay? You want to turn this Two of Pentacles into a Ten of Pentacles where it's date night. It's you and this person are actually, 10 is an even number, just like 2 is an even number. So you want to make sure that it's even. It's not about just you doing everything, right? Maybe this person could potentially pay Dutch, right? That's one thing that I'm picking up as well. If they have a problem with paying Dutch along with you, huge red flag, time to get right out of there. Because what do they want you to pay the whole thing for if you didn't volunteer to pay for it, right? The whole thing. So that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. I'm trying to get this YouTube channel to 3,000 subscribers. Y'all got me to 2,950 subscribers. I can't say this enough. Thank y'all. 2,000, right? 2,956 subscribers. Oh, I can't explain it. Listen, hit that subscribe button. We're almost there to the goal, trying to get to 3,000. Hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the notification bell, set the notification bell to all so you can get notified whenever I drop these videos. Thank y'all so much. Peace.